handaan, mas pinasaya, mas aabangan, mas pinalakas na puwersa sa radyo. Rinig na rinig at malinaw na mapapanood on-air at online. Saan man may Pilipino, sa buong bansa, sa buong mundo. Ito ang True FM sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo. Simulcast sa True TV sa Signal Channel 19.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mainit at makabuluhang talakayan tungkol sa sports, kumpleto yan dito sa Power and Play. Mula sa mga paborito at naglalakihang atleta hanggang sa mga natatanging Pinoy sports figures na dapat nyong makilala. Ihatid yan dito sa Power and Play.
Pagod na, Power and Play na, pagod na, Pilipinas tayo na.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo, ipag-iwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, Pilipino, yan ang Pinoy.
Ang Power and Play ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, Love Your Journey. Photon, gawa ng Pilipino para sa Pilipino. At Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo.
Halina't makinig, talakayin natin ang laro. Gusto mo, pag-usapan natin, ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino na merong taglay na galing. Pagod na, Power and Play na, pagod na, Power and Play. Pagod na, Power and Play na, pagod na, Pilipinas tayo na. Pagod na, Power and Play na, pagod na, pagod na, Power and Play na, pagod na,
Carlos, Yulo, with 2 gold medals.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Sa pagbubukas po ng UAAP at malapit na rin ang PBA, basketball is back. Kaya po yan ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong umaga at marami pang iba. Kaya bango na, Power and Play na. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Mga kapatid, nagpabalik po ang inyong kasalo tuwing Sabado ng umaga. Ito po ang Power and Play. Ako po si Noli Iyala. At again, masaya po kaming makasama kayong lahat. Ngayon pong ika-20 ng Setyembre, nako patapos na ang buwan ng Setyembre. Ilang araw na lang ba? Parang 95 days na lang yata bago magpasko. Kayo ba handang-handa na po mga kapatid? 96 days bago magpasko ba? Pambihira talaga. Kaya po, sana'y lahat kayo ay naghahanda na. Bagamat napakarami pong ingay sa ating kapaligiran, tayo po marami pa rin dapat ipagpasalamat sa ating Panginoon. Kaya sana'y tayo po ay patuloy na maging focused sa mga bagay na positibo, hindi lamang po lagi ang mga negatibo. Well, sa larangan po ng palakasan, kung pinag-uusapan po ay ang positive vibes. Mga kapatid, nakita naman natin ang napakagandang pagpapakita ng Alas Pilipinas sa FIVB World Championships na ginaganap po sa ating bansa. Kung inyo pong napanood ng kanilang huling laban, of course, bago po niyan, nagkaroon na po tayo ng makasaysayang panalo laban sa bansang Egypt dito po sa group stage ng FIVB World Championships. A historic win by the Philippine team, yung Alas Pilipinas, na tinalo nila ang Egypt sa kanilang kauna-unahang panalo, ating pong kauna-unahang panalo sa World Championships. At ang ganda pa naman dahil ginaganap po dito sa ating bayan. At nung isang araw po, tayo po'y nagtangka na naman gumawa ng isa pang makasaysayang panalo. At naroon na, naroon na po ating pong nilabanan ang world number 16 at ranked number 2 sa Asia na Iran. Iran po ang ating nakalaban. Ay tayo po ay lamang na dun sa 5th and final set. At ating pong nakuha yung isang block laban sa Iran. At yun po ay dapat magbibigay sa atin ng ating panalo para makausod patungo sa round of 16 knockout stage. Subalit, nagkaroon po ng isang pag-challenge dun po sa nangyaring monster block para magbigay sana ng panalo sa Pilipinas. At lumabas po sa challenge replay na nagkaroon ng gabuhok na pagtama ng ating blockers doon po sa net. Kaya po nagkaroon ng net touch fault at tuloy ay na-reverse. Naitabla ng Iran ang score 19-all at pagkatapos po nun ay sila na po ang nanalo sa final set. Pagkatapos na medyo bumaba ng konti ang hindi lamang ang momentum kundi yung espiritu ng ating mga bata. But sabi ko nga hindi po tayo dapat tumigil sa pag-celebrate dun sa larong yun dahil lamang po tayo ay natalo in a very, very disappointing turn of events. Pero dapat po patuloy nating ipagbunyi ang nagawa ng ating koponan, Alas Pilipinas, na talaga namang itinulak ang Iran hanggang kaduluduluhan para po bitawan ang kanilang paghahangad na makapasok sa knockout stage. But still a historic and a remarkable performance for Team Philippines na hindi po natin ina-expect. This was unexpected, very disappointing for the boys. But again, we must congratulate the Alas Pilipinas sa kanilang nagawang performance dyan po sa FIVB World Championship. And patuloy po mga kababayan, ang FIVB World Championships sa dalawang arena, ang ating po Mall of Asia Arena at ang Smart Araneta Coliseum. Panoorin niyo po yan dahil marami pang mga laban at gumaganda pa ng gumaganda lalo. Well, pinag-uusapan po ang laban. O siya nga pala, bago tayo magpatuloy dyan, kung kayo po ay nagtataka kung bakit tayo ay nag-iisa, syempre po, medyo yung ating kaibigan, ang ating partner na si Jera Season ay merong kompromiso today. Pero next week, ating makakasama muli ang aking kaibigan at partner na si Jera Season. Alam nyo, ganyan talaga. Pagka masyadong in demand si paring Jera, si partner Jera, kaya ngayon kasama ng kanyang mga kaibigan naman dun po sa kanilang club. At meron po silang mahalagang kaganapan doon po sa East Ridge. Good luck kay Jera at ang buong team niya dyan sa East Ridge Golf and Country Club. Oy, isa pa bago natin ipagpatuloy ito mukhang papasok na yung ating bisita. Ang isa pa pong magandang, of course, balita mga kapatid ay ang pagbubukas ng UAAP. Naku, grabe po ang naging pagbubukas kagabi doon po sa University of Santo Tomas. Bagamat hindi ko po napanood, atin po nakita ang mga highlights at of course sinamahan po sila ng isang UST alumnus na legendary si EJ Obiena na ngayon ay nasa bansa para sa kanyang atletang Ayala World Pole Vault Challenge. Bukas po yan magaganap Panoorin po natin ang ating kababayang si EJ Obiena doon po sa kanyang atletang Ayala World Pole Vault Challenge, joined by several big names in the world of pole vault. na ating pong ika nga matutunghayan ang kanilang galing bukas. Pero siya pa nga po ay sumama dun sa opening ng UAAP season kahapon, season 88. Sa likod po, sa harap po ng napakaraming mga Thomasians at mga UAAP fans at grand opening ang ginawa ng UST bilang host this year ng season 88. Para po pag-usapan yan po ang ating magiging paksa sa ating pong What's the Score? Official nang nagbukas ang UAAP Season 88 sa likod ng Olympic-style opening ceremony sa historic Espanya campus ng host school, University of Santo Tomas. With the theme Strength in Motion, Hope in Action, inaasahang magiging epic ang season hindi lang sa mga sikat na sports kundi sa lahat ng paligsahan. At para po ating pag-usapan at ika nga tingnan o bigyan ng outlook or ang ating pong kung anong ating maaasahan sa susunod na season ng UAAP. Kasama po natin ngayon walang iba kundi ang Executive Director ng UAAP, si Atty. Rebo Saguisag. Magandang umaga, Atty. Rebo. Mukhang nakamute ka, Edie. Nakamute ka ba?
Oh, nakamute nga.
Yan.
So good morning,
Magandang umaga.
And good morning to all your viewers, no? Especially to the wider UAAP community.
Absolutely. Magandang umaga. Thank you for joining us, Edie. Alam ko na
Yes.
medyo pagod ka pa sa pambihirang spectacle na pinakita ng UST. Well, I guess the first thing is doon sa mga hindi nakapanood, no? Ako, I saw some of the highlights, pero ano yung sa tingin mo talaga namang nagpaganda dito sa opening ng season 88, Atty. Rebo?
Alam mo, Com, I have no words, no? Just when you thought you could not top the last year's opening, grabe. You have the drone show, you have the fireworks, and yung great sense of the UST community, no? Ang biruan nga dito, kung nandito ka, you would love to be part of the UST studentry, no? Tapos ito, Com, to me, personally, what I thought was the highlight was when parang scripted, Com.
Oo.
Nung yung UST na ang magfa-fireworks, biglang umulan. And that's when the people went wild. So ibig ko sabihin, even when the rain came, dun pa sumaya lalo eh.
Oo.
So that's something that I have no words. No? Parang Olympic opening is an understatement. Parang ganun eh.
And you can see the resolve ng UST community. My daughter studies in UST, kaya even as early as a few days ago, they were already being prepped. Nakadilaw lahat sila. They were really ready for the opening. At umulan, umaraw, hindi sila aalis. That was really the whole idea. And then, awa ng Diyos, talagang naitawid. Attorney Rebo, ito ba magiging tradition na to? Kasi alam naman natin na mga open ng UAAP usually nasa loob ng Coliseum. But with this kind of a spectacle, talagang parang ang ganda eh. And is this going to be some kind of a tradition now for the UAAP?
Well, ang biruan nga kasi everyone was so happy with UST's opening. Di sabi na iba, mag-resolution kami na sila na lang every year. But yeah, yung ibang biro naman, because it was so nice, sabi nung next host, FEU, nagbibiruan sila na since hindi natin kaya, huwag na natin sabayan. Parang gano'n. But, that's the banter of a collegial body. No?
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
sure FEU and the other hosts to come will come up with something different again. And that's the whole spirit of the UAP, no? Trying to top one another in the spirit pa rin of collegiality year after year, no? Elevating our game, our league, for the benefit of the wider UAP community and the sports fans in general.
And of course, the coming together in times of difficulty, lalong-lalo na, even in times of, for instance, ngayon, may konting conflict kayo sa scheduling dahil nga nakasabay ng FIVB. So talagang
Right.
Even the venues have been offered by your schools. I want to ask you, in relation to the venue, kamusta yung UAAP Coliseum? Napabalita, I think about a few months ago na planong magtayo ang isang grupo and really make it an official venue for the UAAP.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have, no? And they say that necessity is the mother of invention. So, nung napansin natin dumadami ng sporting events and the concerts, so talaga nahihirapan tayo ng venue. Other leagues are also sprouting up. Sabi namin, it would be nice to partner with someone to come up with a coliseum where the UAAP will get first crack. Kasi of course, we're excited about the basketball season, but we have other events, no? We have badminton, taekwondo, volleyball, high school. So talagang kailangan namin ng isang venue that would give us first dibs. So that's the idea behind the UAP Coliseum. We're scheduled to have a groundbreaking soon, no? Sometime October. And hopefully the target is, but you know how things go, no? But hopefully by the next season 90 is the target at least, no? At the earliest.
Yeah. All right. For season 88, Edi, what is new? Or meron bang bagong mga disciplines, mga bagong sports or new innovations by the UAAP?
Well, ang isang excited kami, last year, no, we started with guest teams sa high school division. It was an experiment, football particularly, no, Southridge and Claret. And ang Southridge, I'm happy to announce, has even joined other events. So mga 5 na. Na-overwhelm na naman ako dito sa drone na to. Yan yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina. At gumagalaw yan, gumagalaw yung beak. Grabe. I mean, grabe talaga siya. But yeah, so yun muna, no, not necessarily a new sporting event, but divisions muna, no, to complement those already existing para lang mabuo at for a better competition.
Have you ever thought of a home and away format sa UAP? Is that something even on the table?
Yes, except that you know how hard tickets can, you know, yung availability. Kasi the biggest venues, even if we have that, let's talk about the UP Coliseum, which will probably have mga 6,000 to 7,000 na capacity.
Okay.
But our main games, the big games, will still be at Araneta and MOA.
That's right.
So yun yung challenge natin sa home and away, no? Yung of course logistics and security, all those other things, no? Yan ang problema.
Kasi
yung tigas, lalong sisikip.
Parang if you look at it, most of the UAAP schools already have their big coliseums, no? I mean, alam natin ang Blue Eagle Gym, ang Ateneo, ang UST alam natin. Ang NU can always claim MOA as their home court dahil sila ang as you mentioned, UP, and then of course ang FEU, UE, and even LaSalle for that matter, I'm sure is something, but alam natin that is very logistically challenging para sa inyo. And of course very expensive as well. Let's talk about the UAAP men's basketball season that's coming up, Edi Rebo, which will open actually their games today. Ang una kong gusto malaman na Edi Rebo is, of course, you have a new UAAP basketball commissioner na inappoint ng board, si Jai Reyes, dating basketball player ng Ateneo. Well, I want to ask you, ano bang nakita ng UAAP board, and of course recommended by the executive director's office kay Jai, that has made him the new commissioner ng UAAP basketball season?
Com, just for the record, no, parang there's no doubt that Jai Reyes appears to be the youngest ever UAP commissioner, no. Pero when it comes to the youngest looking, medyo baka kabahan sa atin si Jai, ha.
Siyempre. Wag lang niya gagayahin yung mga blazer mo, Edi, at hindi siya mananalo doon.
Don't even try. But ito, in my opinion, it wasn't as if na we said he has to be 40 something or 40 below, no. Hindi ganun po 'yon, no. It wasn't a conscious effort to choose the youngest. What happened was we had a pool, no, and listen to the ideas, no. Ideas, ano ba ang medyo attractive at medyo magtutweak sa atin, no, makaka-pick na interest. And si Jai came up with 2 ideas. Yun pala, something new, no. For transparency, in an effort towards more transparency, the referees starting 8:30, in a few minutes will be recorded na, no, yung kanilang mga pinag-uusapan.
You mean to say meron silang microphone?
Meron sila. Wala, okay. Kinda technical, hindi pa natin sila i-broadcast. It's for records purposes muna. Para pag nagkaroon ng issues, no, we have something added there to look back to. But the direction is that, no, nakita natin sa huling FIBA, naka-broadcast na even the review process, no?
Wow.
So yan ang direksyon. But of course, it entails a little more, baka mabigla, ano?
Technical training and everything. Meron pa kailangan na ganyan.
Communication skills, di ba? We have to make it right.
So more or less, when you're talking about yung mare-record yung usapan nila, when they huddle, yun ang ibig mo sabihin ba dyan, Edie?
Yes, para alam din namin that they're being watched. And listened to. Big Brother is listening, sort of. Oo. So yun, the idea, and then the fact that he is the youngest should not disqualify him. So yun ang nakita namin. We listened to the ideas first, and the board liked it. So yun.
Well, I can empathize with that. I was the youngest PBA commissioner ever, kaya alam ko na hindi naman disadvantage yung pagiging bata, kaya marami talagang mga bagong ideas si Jai. No, but I want to ask you about the referees. How many referees are in your pool now, Rebo?
It's around 40 to 50, and we continue to evaluate and add some, no? And the idea behind it is the cream should rise to the top. No? Starting from scratchy Komjai, we have some records of some referees that we do not want to return, no? But yun naman, open kami siguro during the season. We continue to weed out what commissioner will find to be unfit to officiate in the UAAP. So ever evolving siya, at least in his first year, until the idea again is to come up with a pool talaga in the long run. Hirap, but we try.
Ang sabi nga in some of the releases that I've read, meron daw it will be more inclined towards FIBA rules and even the FIBA philosophy. And when you talk about that, alam ko yan because kahit pa paano naano natin ng FIBA, this means that it will really be they will allow players to play. In other words, no? Ganun ang style ng FIBA yung hindi siya matawag. But how are you communicating this philosophy, this officiating philosophy, not only to the coaches but to the players themselves?
Well, ang maganda nga ngayon, one advantage that we have is a young person in the si Miss Erica D, no?
Yes.
He's a very good friend, no? So we continue to communicate, and magandang aligned talaga kami. Yan yung direction. And si Komjai, just like last year's commissioner, si Javi went into a school tour to communicate to the schools individually.
Nice.
And then we had another coaches meeting, no? And parang more coaches meeting, including the captains this year. After the first round, meeting ulit. Entering to the Final Four, meeting ulit.
Okay.
So yun yung continuous open lines of communication. And ang dami. Since bata nga, they were leveraging technology, no? Clips of how things will be called.
Yeah.
So may examples, no? May examples para makita talaga.
That's nice.
But again, alam nyo naman ang officiating it's probably one of the most challenging professions in the world.
In a very gray area.
Yeah. Because specifically for basketball where it allows for judgment.
That's right.
The rules
That's
allow
right.
for it Oo, yun Yeah,
Which comes to my next point, which is really the challenge rule. Is that something that the UAAP is continuing? May mga bagong bang changes sa challenge rule in line with FIBA, of course?
Well, one thing we're studying, yung actually may point ang mga coaches from their point of view when of course wala naman data, but basically anecdotal evidence, they say that most of the time when they challenge, 80% tama sila. So if the idea is to get the calls right, why not parang FIVB? No, kasi sa basketball, at least sa FIBA, when you use a challenge at mali, tama o mali, you lose it.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Ang naman doon is for the flow of the game.
That's
no? Kasi, di ba? I mean,
masyadong maraming challenge, bumabagal ang game.
And of course, from my point of view, and even from a fan's point of view, sometimes the imperfections are part of the beauty of the sport. But you can't tell that to a losing team, di ba? But yun we should allow for human intervention or /error if we may. Parang it's hard naman to be challenging every time. Baka 5 oras na hindi pa tapos ang isang laro. Baka naman ganun na mangyari. That's the drawback.
And of course, that's the beauty also of a basketball game. The human judgment, the human aspect of it. I mean, hindi naman pwede lahat ng bagay masyadong reliant sa technology. Talking about that, one human aspect is complaining. In FIBA, masyadong strict sila sa pagrereklamo ng mga player, ng mga coaches. Hindi pwedeng tumayo, di ba? Is that something that the UAAP is addressing? Alam naman natin na very, very emotional pagdating sa isang UAAP basketball game or even for volleyball, for whatever sport there is.
Yeah. Yeah, again, no, parang emotional is an understatement when it comes to the UAP. The joke is starting today, no, everybody lahat bumubula ang bibig. So yun ang biro na. But that's the emotional investment of the community, no, especially for very competitive coaches. Ngayon, from the point of view of the referees also, aside from of course addressing it, by the way, you mentioned FIBA. Part kasi nito yung posture eh. Pansin nyo yung tindig at conditioning ng mga referees.
Yes, that's right.
Minsan doon nagkakatalo eh, di ba?
Oo.
Pag authoritative ka na at convincing, iba rin yung dating eh.
Yung mga referee ng FIBA mukhang general eh. Mga general
There
dating
you
eh, di ba?
go.
At saka mga
There you go.
ayos na ayos ang buhok.
Ayos na
Talaga,
ayos ang buhok.
you know.
And ang ganda because yun nga, yung when we coordinate with the SBP, pinakita nila na talo pa ako. When the referees sa FIBA come to the games, naka-suit and tie sila. Ako
Yes.
hindi lang ako nag-necktie minsan eh. So they really look very professional. And it starts there.
Oo.
But the other aspect of it, again, I mentioned this kanina, the art of communication. Sometimes the coach needs just some good explanation. Yun lang naman yun eh. 'Di ba kahit na hindi tama yung tawag mo, but if you are able to explain it in a respectful and the intellectually respectable way, tatanggapin niya ng mga coaches. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
You know, one thing that it's always been my pet peeve. When I was in the PBA, pinagbawalan ko yung napakaraming player and coaches on the bench, including at the time, I requested na yung Board of Governors hindi umupo sa bench ng PBA team because, again, it puts pressure, it puts a wrong image sa laro itself, no? Is there something that the UAAP is doing? Kasi ganun na FIBA eh. Alam naman natin, bilang na bilang kung ilan yung makakaupo sa bench, di ba? Is that something that the UAAP is also keen on doing?
Alam nyo, you just gave me an idea. Actually, the more people that act, but si Jai, in fairness kay Jai, he started also with the table officials. Oh yeah, I agree. The less people, no, the less
The less gulo.
Less gulo kung sino lang. I mean, you have the players, you have the coaching. Yung coaching staff nga, ang dami na rin ngayon eh.
Exactly.
No, you have the nutritionist and their therapists and everyone, but yeah, that's something we can evaluate and slowly look into again, no? Kasi mahirap na nag-start na kami ngayon eh. But that's really a good idea, no?
Kasi nung
Pero
araw,
bawas na kami.
well, you know, again, that's something I guess that moving forward the UAP can look at,
Yeah.
especially with a young commissioner like Commissioner Jai.
Jai.
All right. Edi Rebo, meron kang of course may mga ibang issues about the UAP, particularly yung rule ninyo na sisimula na next year, yung two foreign student athletes per team na pwedeng gamitin only one at a time, of course. Now, I want to ask you, how do you answer critics na sinasabing some of these foreign student athletes sometimes are mercenaries, na nagiging mercenaryo lang, talagang hindi naman talaga nag-aaral, at ito yata yung parang hindi makakabuti sa mga players at sa laro mismo. Anong sagot mo diyan, Edie?
Well, this is a complex issue, no? When it comes to, well, kanina lang, no, we were discussing some eligibility rules, and to credit the eligibility committee and the whole board, no, they do check on the grades, no? So we have a stuff like academic progress rules. So kailangang ini-screen naman nila yan. Now, as to the aspect of mercenaries, if you view it as a way of giving opportunities to less fortunate brethren internationally, pwede rin ganun naman eh, no? And ang importante, the idea is not to disenfranchise any student athlete. So like you said, no, it's only one at a time per game. And number two, hindi nabawasan ng slot ang Pilipino. Okay. No, so from a 16-man lineup plus 117. It's optional. No, it's not, you don't have to fill up the roster, but the 15 Filipinos, at least in so far as basketball is concerned, remains. And on the other flip side naman, you have like our UAP alumni, no, like Kiefer, who just came out, and ang testimony niya on how these foreign student athletes actually help this game, no? Doon tayo papunta eh. And I think it's important, and we have in our bylaws the concept of globalization and diversity. So these are the things na we hook our arguments into.
For whatever it's worth, I am for that. I've been on record and I've said that I think it's good for the game. I think it's really good for the players to get used to, you know, big competition. I think it's really just the concern of minsan ito'y nagagamit na hindi na re-regulate ng tama. And with you guys there, and of course all of the rules that you've set mukha namang maganda ang pagpapasimula, and hopefully ito hindi maabuso ng ibang, hindi ng mga schools, kundi ng ibang elemento na surrounding the basketball competitions. No, that's something that I think must be taken into consideration. I want to go also into the student athlete transfer rule that you have talked about, yung issue, yung philosophy of collegiality that you've mentioned. But ito lang ang akin. Where do you draw the line between poaching and a legitimate transfer? Kasi yun ang parang naging, sa akin, yun lang naman ang issue eh. Yung okay lang yung gusto talaga ng bata lumipat eh, 'di ba? Because he thinks that he's more fit in this team, his career will become better, or that he will have better opportunities for studies, no? Pero yung actually na kinukuha, pinapry away from his team, and in other words, poaching, yun yata ang medyo tricky. Where do you draw the line there, Edie?
Well, wala namang hard and fast rule, no? And I think that's where we really emphasized on, no? And I don't think you can legislate on it at present, no? But the agreement, no? Nag-meet ang mga board of managing directors, nag-meet ang trustees. And when I say collegiality, kasi yun nga, yung transfer kasi, maraming aspects, no? We were focusing on the commercial side, no? The exploitation side. Baka it's for consideration or a humongous amount of consideration. But the other aspect of it is nga yung collegiality. So the idea, ay mahabang labanan pa po ito, no? Towards an ideal solution, no? But for as long as the stakeholders, meaning the team na pinanggalingan ni player A, may intention lumipat sa school B, kung mag-uusap naman internally, no, vertically from the player to the coach to the managing director, athletic director to the trustee, and laterally, no, at least hindi siya prying away, no. Mag-usap sila if we think, kasi ano rin naman, no, meron ding we as a collective should also control or protect rather the student athlete, the UAAP student athlete from commercialization. So kung tingin namin na lumilipat siya for reasons other than academic or sports program na medyo hindi would violate public policy, that's something we can address as a collective.
That's right.
I think that the law protects us also, no? Kasi we have to protect the student athlete from commercialization as well.
And I think that's where the cooperation of all the schools will come in. Kasi sila mismo can police themselves. Yun ang mahalaga dyan at the end of the day. Well, before I let you go, Edie, alam mo, you've been with the UAP since season 78, I believe, no? So tama ba yan? O more? Beyond pa maaga pa dun?
10 years, yes. 78 and
10 years na.
78.
And I know that you've been through so much and you've contributed so much, Edie Rebo. Pero how different is the UAP now from the time you first entered it, and of course all that has happened in between?
Well, for better or for worse, no, yung the business side of things, no, medyo lumalaki, but with more sponsors here, and even with the member schools, even from the institutions, of course you partner, no? It gets a little bit more complicated, pero ganun yun eh, yan ang growth eh, diba? Like sometimes ideally, even the idea of amateurism has blurred, and that is something we really, like you said, where do we draw the line? Wala pa, but it's continuously evolving and it evolves exponentially. Even the idea of the office of my office, the executive director, yung secretariat, dati wala naman yan eh. So it's supposed to be, the idea is someone that is not beholden to a particular school.
Right.
Because the board members kasi, in fairness, they're very rational, but of course they wear two hats, no? So at the end of the day, they need someone, regardless of who it is, to somehow steer the ship.
Right.
Para medyo bumalanse, and at the same time for continuity, no, hindi mahirapan yung host to host, somewhere another office na. And I think naman medyo it contributed to the growth. So with my hardworking staff, the faceless people under the secretariat, no, the UAP continues to grow. So ibang-iba na.
And there is no perfect man for that position. I've always believed in that, Edie Rebo. Hindi dahil nasa harapan kita. That they found a really good man to handle a new office at that time, yung executive director's office, which I had pushed with some alumni of the schools that I'm involved with. And I really think it's a very good idea to have an executive director's office, and I you've done a great job sa huling 10 taon mo dyan, and I know that moving forward the UAAP is in very good hands. Rebo, maraming salamat, and I wish you all the best sa season 78. As season 88, it will be very, very exciting but also very challenging. Maraming salamat.
Yes, thank you so much, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you. Mga kaibigan ng Executive Director ng UAAP para sa season 88, mga kapatid, na nagsimula na po si Attorney Rebo Saguisag. Alright, before we proceed, syempre po, isang paalala mula sa ating mga kasama sa SMART. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by SMART. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live more today!
Thank you!
Sa aming pagbabalik, usapang gymnastics with the President of the Gymnastics Association of the Philippines, si Ma'am Cynthia Carrion, at ang ating pambato na si Eldrew Yulo sa Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Photon at ng Joyride. Ang oras po natin, 8:38 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by N Plus Gold.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
True FM.
On 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Uy, may chismis sa maladyosang aktres.
Ay, sino?
Kaya lalong gumaganda kasi may ibang nag-aalaga.
Clue.
Ayokong sabihin na si Christine Hermosa to.
Ay, hala. Di yan chismis. May iba pang nag-aalaga sa akin.
Ay, Christine, share mo yan.
Silka Papaya Soap with papaya enzymes and vitamin E para sa kutis na alaga. Kitang-kita ang ganda. Kutis alaganda.
With regular use. Sa 65 grams, 18 pesos lang na SRP, achieve mo ang kutis alaganda. Ala Christine Hermosa with regular use. Bili na. Have a kutis alaganda with regular use with the #1 beauty bar soap in the Philippines. Silka Papaya Soap.
Ang oras, 8:39.
Ang oras sa True FM ay hatid sa inyo ng
Silka, kutis na alaga, kitang-kita ang ganda. Kutis alaganda.
Ayun ang anak ko! Yun oh! Kitang-kita! Tangkad niya na kasi!
Dali nang hanapin ni Kiddy, no? Para sa height na all of the above, doon ka na sa may Chlorella Growth Factor. May tulong sa proper growth and development ng kids with proper diet and exercise. Cherry Fur Tangkad Sagad. May lysine, taurine at essential vitamins pa. Laking may pagmamalaki. Cherry Fur Tangkad Sagad.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Cherry Fur ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Long day at work.
Plus something cool and creamy.
It's a match!
Stuck in traffic.
Plus something earthy and refreshing. It's a match!
Refresh with Dunkin' Matcha Latte. Made with finely ground green tea powder and milk to match your mood and cravings. You plus Dunkin' Matcha Latte.
It's a match! 'Cause anytime is Dunkin' time.
Dati, kung may aasikasuhin ako sa pag-ibig, kailangan kong mag-leave, maghabol sa lunch break, o kaya mag-early out. Pag nataon pa na traffic, nakakahulas. Pero ngayon, I'm chill because virtual pag-ibig is here. Lahat ng major pag-ibig fund transactions ko, pwede na sa phone. Mag-check ng savings, apply ng loan, and more. Kaya no need mag-absent dahil always present si virtual pag-ibig for you. I-download na ang virtual pag-ibig app today.
Pag-ibig Fund, solid ka band!
Whirlpool Appliances brings you a new era of home living, where we are all about sensing what matters. Elevating your lifestyle has never been easier. From Whirlpool washers that adapt to your laundry needs, to refrigerators that extend the freshness of your food items. As an American pride for over 110 years, Whirlpool is dedicated to creating innovations that truly matter. Experience the Whirlpool Sixth Sense innovation. Whirlpool, sensing what matters today. Making your world a little easier. Whirlpool.
Ang oras, 8:42.
Ang oras sa True FM ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherryfer, Tangkad Sagad.
Whirlpool Appliances brings you a new era of home living, where we are all about sensing what matters. Elevating your lifestyle has never been easier. From Whirlpool washers that adapt to your laundry needs, to refrigerators that extend the freshness of your food items. As an American pride for over 110 years, Whirlpool is dedicated to creating innovations that truly matter. Experience the Whirlpool Sixth Sense innovation. Whirlpool, sensing what matters today. Making your world a little easier. Whirlpool.
Alam mo ba, hindi pare-pareho ang lahat ng generics na gamot? Gumagawa ang Rhea Generics ng mga world-class na produkto na ginawa sa parehong pasilidad ng mga brands na alam mo. Ibig sabihin ay nagbibigay sila ng parehong bisa at kalidad sa abot-kayang halaga. Ang Rhea Generics ay gawa ng Pfizer, Viatris, Sanofi, GSK, Otsuka, Merck, Fresenius Kabi, AstraZeneca, Lundbeck, OEP, Boehringer Ingelheim at Bayer. Punta na sa Mercury Drug at pili
Bossing, baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom, tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Ang True FM, totoong nasa kanan na po ng FM band sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Power and Play.
Naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amin sa lahat po ng ating mga kababayan sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur, and of course, dyan po sa lugar ng Lawag City. Kamusta po kayong lahat at lahat ng mga suki natin sa Power and Play. Alam niyo po, nasa sentro ngayon ang Pilipinas ng iba't ibang international sporting events. Alam naman natin, a few years ago, nagsimula tayo sa FIBA World Cup kung saan tayo po naging host noon back in 2023. Ngayon namang taong ito, andyan ang nagaganap na FIVB World Championships na kasalukuyan pong napapanood natin sa ating bansa. Meron din pong bukas naman yung pole vault event ni EJ Obiena, yung tinatawag nating Atletang Ayala World Pole Vault Challenge. Well, hindi pa po dyan nagtatapos ngayong taon ang mga international events na gaganapin sa Pilipinas. At para po pag-usapan ang parating na another international event sa gymnastics this time, kasama po natin ngayon ang Pangulo ng Gymnastics Association of the Philippines, si Cynthia Carrion-Norton, at ang ating pinagmamalaking junior Asian champion na kapatid ng ating Olympic champion, si Eldrew Yulo. Good morning, Cynthia and Eldrew. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Commissioner Noli. Nice to see you again.
It's been a while, Ma'am Cynthia.
Long time.
Yes, I know. How are you? You look so fresh and excited. Huh? I mean, you look like
yes.
There's so much going on. Let me greet Eldrew first. Drew, magandang umaga. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning po.
Maraming salamat. Well, let me begin, Cynthia, with you. We understand that there is a big international junior championship, world championship that will happen in the Philippines, the third FIG Artistic Gymnastics Junior World Championship. Can you tell us a little bit more about this, Cynthia?
Yes, Noli. You know, when I made the bid for this, I was not sure that I was going to get it because there was a lot of other countries that were bidding for it and have already experience in doing world championship. This would have been my first experience. But I knew that we can do it because we did very well in the SEA Games and all that. We know we're organizing. We're good in organizing. Anyway, when we won, I got very excited. But now we have another problem because to make it very successful, we need to raise 300 million.
Oh my God!
Just the equipment alone. I didn't realize I have to buy 4 sets of new equipment. I cannot use any old one.
Wow.
New equipment. That is almost 47 million. And I need a competition hall, a training hall, and a warm-up hall. For the training hall, I said it has to be very big, 2,800 square meters. I said, where will I put it? So it's a good thing Kevin Tan is so very nice because he's the president of our committee.
Right.
I said, Kevin, I might not be able to do it because we don't have a training. Okay, I will remove them a parking lot. You can use the parking lot and put your tent. That is a very good idea.
This is of Mega World, no? Mega World.
Yes, Mega World.
Yes.
In Resort Sports Place. So we put it there. And you know that it's going to cost us another 35 million.
Wow.
So everything is so expensive, and to make it because coming to the Philippines, I wanted them to have an experience they never have experienced.
I want to ask you, Cynthia, before you continue, why did the GAP and the Philippines decide to host this? I mean, what do you think is the value of hosting a junior World Championships in Manila?
Because first of all, the Junior World Championships are the ones they are the ones who win the Olympics. Everybody that won the Junior World Championship have won an Olympics. I'm telling you. And Eldrew, I know that I'm really going to push because I know that Eldrew, sorry to put you so much. Eldrew will win the gold medal here. Eldrew. And you know what Eldrew said?
Oh.
Don't stress yourself. I will win it.
Wow. No, and that's it. Hindi naman katakataka. Eldrew, yan, nabanggit ni Ma'am Cynthia that she's expecting na mananalo ka. Of course, you are already a gold medalist sa junior artistic championship ng Asia. Kamusta ang preparation mo para dito sa World Championship sa ating bansa?
I mean, okay naman po yung preparation. Well, sa una, nakakapagod, pero nasasanay na rin po katawan ko. Well, okay naman po yung preparation.
Anong mga events na ini-expect mong pasukan na Eldrew? Kasi the last time, marami kang sinalihan eh.
Same pa rin po. Like, yung 6 events pa rin po yung sasalihan ko. Yung floor, pommel, rings, vault, P-bar, high bar pa rin po.
And from lahat ng mga 6 events na yon, anong pinakamagandang tsansa mo, Eldrew? Where do you think that talagang malakas ang chances mo sa World Championships?
I can say po sa floor, vault, I think kakayanin ko po sa high bar. Pipilitin ko po na kayanin ko yung high bar.
Wow. Talagang parang kapatid mo ha, floor and the vault. Of course, the 2 events that they've given us an Olympic gold medal. Cynthia, how many gymnasts are you expecting to arrive in Manila?
So far, there's 83 countries that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot, if you don't bring your athletes here, I'm telling you, Eldrew, I'm so sorry, will have a lot of competition because I saw some of them, the ones from the USA, they're very strong. The one from China, very strong. Japan and England, they're very, very strong. So I don't want to put pressure on Eldrew, but that's why Eldrew is now in Japan training.
Okay.
Because we want him to win. That's why I put it in the Philippines.
Yes.
So the Filipinos will see and experience one of our Filipino winning the gold medal. It's a wonderful experience.
Aside from Eldrew, who else are part of our national team, Cynthia? Who are the gymnasts that are coming that are going to help us?
All WAG team.
Mm-hmm.
For MAG, there is no junior. Only Eldrew.
Only
but
Eldrew.
For the women, we have a team.
Okay.
We have a team. Antonia, we're still evaluating right who's going to join. But I know that one of them who went to the Korean national world championship, the Asian championship in Korea, won the all around. So
wow.
I'm bringing her.
All right.
Bringing her. Her name is.
You were talking about the venues, Cynthia, that you needed a training facility, of course, a match facility. So what are the venues now for the World Championships in November? Where will you be hosting this?
It's all going to be in the New World. It's all going to. That is why when the FIG came here to visit to see our facilities, they gave me a gold medal. They said, Cynthia, this is fantastic because the airport is so close. We come in, there is no traffic. We all walk to the competition hall. We walk to the training hall. We walk to our hotels. All the hotels are there.
Okay.
Hilton, Sheraton, Savoy, all of them are there. Also, all the athletes, almost 2,000 and 1,500 athletes, plus coaches, plus judges, plus big officials. They're all going to be in those hotels.
Very good, very good. Eldrew, sabi nga ni Cynthia, you will be up against very, very tough competition, world-class competition. Right now, anong focus mo sa iyong training as you move into November? Anong pinaghahandaan mo? Anong pinapalakas mo pa sa iyong training right now?
Usually po sa training ko po, okay naman na po yung mga routines ko. Like, kailangan na lang po na linisan. And ang mas pina-priority ko po na i-practice ko po is yung mental health ko po kasi syempre hindi ko po maiwasan na kabahan or something na mag-overthink. Kaya ayun na lang po yung kailangan kong i-conquer or pag-practicean, which is yung mental ko po talaga.
Mayroon bang naitutulong? Meron ka ba nakukuhang tips kay Kuya Kaloy tungkol dito?
Yes naman po. Kasi like araw-araw nakaka-training ko siya dito sa Pinas and nagsasabay kami and nag-usap kami about sa training stuff like kuya paano mo nako-conquer yung ganito, paano mo nagagawa and siya rin nagtatanong kung paano mo nagagawa yun kasi magkaiba po talaga kami, may mga bagay na may nagagawa ko tapos hindi niya nagagawa, tapos ganun din po sa akin, may mga bagay siya na nagagawa niya tapos ako po hindi. So, nag-share lang po kami ng mga thoughts namin po.
Kamusta ang coaching mo? Sino ang head coach mo ngayon, Eldrew? And of course, anong pinakamalaking tips na binibigay ng mga coaching staff mo sa iyo? Anong pinakamahalaga para sa kanila?
Si Coach Ray po, ang sinasabi niya is gawin ko lang daw kung ano yung kailangan kong gawin and mag-focus lang daw ako. And then si Coach Muni naman po, ang sinasabi niya kung sa tuwing napapagod na ako, ang sinasabi niya is anong goal mo, anong gusto mo, bakit ka nandito, anong kailangan mong gawin. Yung parang inaano po nila ako, parang tinutuwid po talaga. Kahit ayun nga po, nawawala na rin po minsan sa pag-isip kasi sa sobrang pagod din po talaga.
Well, obviously, kailangan nating ipagdasal ito. Cynthia, you mentioned about bringing the championships here for Filipinos to watch. Are the tickets going to be reasonable? I mean, we've heard talks about, for instance, in the World Cup now, in the World Championships of Volleyball, that prices of tickets are a little bit expensive. Is this going to be available to the public? Can we see it for free? Is it going to be cheap, or is it affordable for the Filipinos, Cynthia?
It's going to be very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. Because we want all the Filipinos to watch, especially the opening ceremonies. We're going to bring all the young kids to come almost free so that they can experience, And of course, Noli, I hope you will be there.
Yes.
Cheer us.
Of course. I've always cheered for the teams of the Philippines. Who is
Noli,
helping you?
Noli, I need you a favor. That's why I asked to be now here.
Yes, please.
Because, my biggest problem is the sponsorship.
Yes. Oh.
I mean, if I know I wrote MVP, they have not answered me yet. And I want to announce that MVP is my sponsor, Ramon Ang is my sponsor,
Right.
Ricky Rason is. I want to already mention who my sponsors are.
I want to ask you, who is helping you fund this? Obviously, the PSC is going to help you here.
I hope. I wrote
Chairman
Pato.
Pato, yes.
Yes, Chairman Pato to give me some funds. Pia Cayetano gave me 20 million. What's his name? Bongo, Senator Bongo gave me 3 million. And I'm going to visit Speaker Soto so that maybe he can give me some money.
All right.
And also the new Speaker of the House, maybe he can give us some money.
Yes.
And, because we really need, I have a deficit yet of a lot of millions.
Well,
so far, government, Bongbong, gave us 137 million.
Oh.
That is our start.
Wow.
Our paying all my suppliers. I was able to give 50% down to the equipment. At least they can start manufacturing our equipment because they would not start unless I gave them 50% down payment out of 47 million.
Well,
so now we're able to do that.
Well,
it's not easy.
It's not
so
going to be easy.
stressful.
Yeah?
Only, I'm stressed.
Relax. You'll get this through. I know you. I know how well you organize things. I'm sure this will be a success, a smashing success. And of course, lahat tayo, we're hoping Eldrew will perform well. Eldrew, siguro, just bago tayo magtapos dito, siguro, mensahe mo, dahil alam naman natin, hindi madali itong pupuntahan mo, itong World Championships. Siguro, mensahe mo sa mga Pilipinong sumusuporta sa gymnastics at saka, of course, sa buong Yulo family na matagal nang sinusuportahan ng mga Pilipino.
Okay po. Wala po ako talaga masabi. Thank you po sa pagpatuloy na suporta and
prayers.
Thank you po sa mga prayers and thank you rin po sa lahat. Wala po talaga akong masabi sa suporta nyo. Gagawin ko lang po talaga kung ano yung mga kaya ko and gagawin ko po yung pinaka-best ko para makamit or makuha natin yung goal. I'm not promising anything, but I'm promise to you guys that I will do my best. That's all.
I'm sure very excited ka, Eldrew, because sa Pilipinas gaganapin itong World Championship.
Yes.
And that's something that is very, very different. I suppose sa iyong experience, Eldrew?
Siguro po, mas nangingibabaw po talaga yung kaba sa ngayon. Kasi, ayun nga po, this is gonna be my first and last junior championship or junior worlds.
Oo.
So,
Then he'll be
this is
senior.
gonna be my big shot for my junior level or my junior platform or something.
Oo.
So I'm gonna do my very, very best to achieve what I want to achieve.
This is a coming out party for you going into the senior level or the men's championship. Cynthia, before I let you go,
Wait, sure.
Yeah.
And then he will be going to the Olympics.
oh, absolutely. That's why nga.
As a team, as a senior
Yes.
team already. Yes.
Kaya talagang parang this is a despedida pero also a coming out party. Cynthia, as a final question to you, do you think hosting the World Junior Championships in Manila is going to be worth it?
Oh yes, definitely. It will be very, very worth it. Because first of all of them are, all the countries are excited to come to the Philippines. All the officials, I say, oh, Philippines, they all want to see the Philippines, and they're all expecting a grand welcome because they know the Filipinos are very friendly, very nice. So I am going to give that to them. Make sure that they this is really for tourism.
Right.
Sports tourism.
Sports tourism.
But the DOT, I don't know if they're going to support us. But really, for sports tourism.
Well,
because the athletes are going to stay more than 2 weeks. In fact, they won't go home. They want to go to Palawan. They want to see the Philippines, really.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you that when Carlos also joined the first junior world championship in Russia, he was just beginning. He was not even really training hard. And I didn't want him to go because I didn't want him to be kulelat because I know he was just beginning. But when he went, it was Russia, China, Philippines. He won the bronze medal. And the technical committee told me, Cynthia, you take care of that boy. If he did not fail in the pommel horse, he would have been silver medalist. For somebody who is just starting,
Yeah. So and we're hoping that will be the same route as Eldrew here. Well, Cynthia, you know that I'm always supportive of the GAP and of you, and I look forward to having the World Championships here. Whatever we can do to help, we will do, and we wish you all the best. Good luck to all our gymnasts and to the GAP.
Thank you, Noli. Thank you very, very much. If you can just announce that we need funding.
Well, I will. Don't worry. We'll give you some help. We'll look for some help. Congratulations. Congratulations. Eldrew, maraming salamat and good luck.
Eldrew,
Thank you po marami.
Eldrew, remember God is part of your team. And remember, we're going to give you now your psychologist.
All right.
Online, okay? For your mind.
Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Cynthia Carrion-Norton, ang presidente ng Gymnastics Association of the Philippines, and our junior champion, Eldrew Yulo. Maraming salamat sa Power and Play. Mga kapatid, abangan nyo po yan. Again, this will happen on November 16 to 25. Yung pong third FIG Artistic Gymnastics Junior World Championships dito po mismo sa Pasay. Gaganapin po yan doon po sa Resorts World Complex. Panoorin po natin yan. Alright, bago tayo magpatuloy, syempre isa pong paalala mula sa Joyride, yung pong kanilang patuloy na top-up promo dito po sa Power and Play. Napakadali pong manalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits na magagamit nyo sa kanilang mga produkto. I-download lamang ang latest version of the Joyride Super App. Kuhanan ng screenshot ang app's home screen at ipadala po yung screenshot sa Power and Play FB page via private message. Isama nyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number at kayo po ay may tsansa ng manalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits na inyong pong magagamit sa Joyride Delivery, Joyride Motorcycle Taxi, Joyride Taxi Cab, Joyride Car, at ang Joyride Super Taxi Airport Edition. By the way, ang Joyride Taxi Cab ay nasa Naga na rin, sa Bicol na po ang Joyride Super App. Alright, bago tayo mag-break, syempre, magsumilip muna tayo sa mga pop culture at viral video sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop. Ang title po ng video natin ngayong umaga ay Together. Together, parang magkakasama. Ayan, makikita niyo po ito pong kupunan na to ay nakatali. Running or during running drills, hindi lang sa kasal, yung magkasama sa hirap at ginhawa, pati sa training din. Well, parang minsan lang yung ginhawa, mas madalas yung hirap. Parang itong grupong ito ng mga basketball player na konektado ng lubid sa kanilang drills. Bawal may mauna at lalong bawal may mahuli. Sa ganito talaga nabubuo yung samahan, lalo't sabay-sabay kayong sinusubok at pinagtatagumpayan ang hirap. At yan din po, of course, ang ating Stop and Pop. Yan ang tinatawag na literal na band of brothers, ika nga ng ating producer. Alright, when we return, pag-usapan po natin Cash o Bash at ang ating pong espesyal na itatampok sa In the Spotlight, ang number 1 pick ng PBA draft ng Season 50, si Geo Chiu. Lahat po yan sa Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Photon at ng Joyride. Ang oras po natin, 9:08 ng umaga. Time check brought to you by N+ Gold.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple. Smart ako.
Salamat po dahil saan man ang True FM. Naroon din kayo sa 105.9 na tayo. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Ayun ang anak ko, Yun kitang-kita. Tangkad niya na kasi.
Dali nang hanapin ni Kitty, no? Para sa height na all of the above, doon ka na sa may Chlorella Growth Factor. May tulong sa proper growth and development ng kids with proper diet and exercise. Cherry Fur Tangkad Sagad. May lysine, taurine at essential vitamins pa. Laking may pagmamalaki. Cherry Fur Tangkad Sagad.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Cherry Fur ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Long day at work.
Plus something cool and creamy.
It's a match! Stuck in traffic.
Plus something earthy and refreshing.
It's a match!
Refresh with Dunkin' Matcha Latte. Made with finely ground green tea powder and milk to match your mood and cravings. U plus Dunkin' Matcha Latte.
It's a match! Cause anytime is Dunkin' time.
Mapagpasalamat. Katangiang Pilipino mula sa puso. Pagpapamalas ng pagmamahal ng Diyos sa ating lahat. Isang pagpapahalaga sa mga kabutihan at tulong na natanggap sa ating buhay.
Salamat po.
Sa lahat ng mga bagay, magpasalamat kayo. Unang Tesalonica 5:18. Mapagpasalamat. Ikaw ay M-Extraordinary Pinoy. Brought to you by MX3 Coffee and Tea.
MX3, tested and proven with alpha, beta, at gamma mangosteen.
Ang oras, 9:10.
Ang oras sa True FM ay hatid sa inyo ng
Whirlpool Home Appliances that make everyday living so much easier. From washers, dryers, refrigerators, microwave ovens, cooking products, to air cons, air purifiers, and dishwashers. Each Whirlpool appliance combines elegance, efficiency, and performance to help you take better care of your family every day. Give everyday care with Whirlpool.
Uy, may chismis sa maladyosang aktres.
Ay, sino?
Kaya lalong gumaganda kasi may ibang nag-aalaga.
Clue.
Ayokong sabihin na si Christine Hermosa to.
Ay, hala.
Di yan chismis. May iba pang nag-aalaga sa akin.
Ay, Christine, share mo yan.
Silka Papaya Soap with papaya enzymes and vitamin E para sa kutis na alaga. Kitang-kita ang ganda. Kutis alaganda.
With regular use. Sa 65 grams, 18 pesos lang na SRP, achieve mo ang kutis alaganda. Christine Hermosa with regular use. Bili na. Have a kutis alaganda with regular use with the #1 beauty bar soap in the Philippines. Silka Papaya Soap.
Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes at Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang, Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24 hours personal.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
True FM.
On 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Alright, welcome back kay Alex Ayala. Nasa bansa po ang ating tennis pride before she embarks on her Asian campaign. Kaya again, welcome back. And hopefully makikita natin si Alex very, very soon. And bago tayo magpatuloy, syempre, isa pong gusto ko lang pong makiramay sa pamilya ng isa po naming kamag-anak, sa pamilya po ni Guillermo Espiritu. Si Guillermo Espiritu po, si Mang Guillermo ay pumanaw na po ng Teresa Rizal. At ako po yung nakikiramay kay Marian at kay Ian at sa buong pong Espiritu family na sa kanilang pagpanaw po ni Guillermo Espiritu ng Teresa Rizal. At gusto ko rin nga palang batiin ang mga kaibigan natin, si Architect Alan Cruz at saka si Popoy Elvina ng happy birthday sa inyong dalawa ha. Ako magpainom naman kayo. Happy birthday! And nakikinig sa atin si Doc Ian Laurel ng PSL, ang ating po kaibigan. Doc Ian, kailan tayo maglalaro at yung ating mga plano diyan. Pero binabati natin. Thank you for watching us kay Doc Ian Laurel. Well, bago po natin ipasok ang ating Casio Bash, syempre gusto ko po magpasalamat muna sa lahat po ng tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play all of these 8 years na po natin dito sa Power and Play. Syempre, matagal na mga suki natin. Gusto ko po magpasalamat sa Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Sa ganitong babago-bagong panahon mga kapatid, sobrang init tapos biglang uulan. Kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero, Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Thank you! Photon Vans, kapag komportable ang biyahe, ang sarap mag long trip at iyan ang hatid ng Photon Vans tulad ng Photon Transvan E 13 to 15 seater, Photon Transvan HR 16 seater, Photon Traveler X 16 seater at ang Photon Traveler XL 19 seater, Photon Tuano 15 seater at Photon Tuano Executive 11 seater. Turbo diesel ang makina, walang bitin sa lakas at hatak, merong manual at meron ding automatic transmission, pang negosyo, pang barkada at pang pamilya. Merong 5-year or 150,000 kilometer warranty, whichever comes first. Pumunta o tumawag sa pinakamalapit na Photon dealership sa inyong lugar. Thank you! Cherry Tiggo, energize your drive with the all-new Cherry Tiggo Cross HEV, one of the most attainable hybrid electric vehicles in the market. The hybrid electric vehicle is one of the most powerful and feature-packed subcompact SUVs that delivers 204 horsepower and a class-leading 310 Newton meters of torque. And with a 5-star ANCAP rating, 14 advanced driver assistance features, including adaptive cruise control and a 360-degree camera, you get the peace of mind that comes with advanced protection every time you hit the road. The electrified SUV comes with a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, an introductory price of just $1.198 million, and with a 1,200-kilometer full tank range, the Cherry Tiggo Cross HEV can take you from Manila to Baguio and back twice without needing to refuel. Grabe pala to, balikan. Backed by an 8-year battery warranty and a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, this vehicle definitely offers a worry-free driving experience. Visit your nearest Cherry Auto Philippines dealership and book a test drive today. Thank you! Joyride, ang inyong bagong kasundo. No more waiting na sa Joyride QR Code Instant Booking. Parahin lang ang Joyride MC Taxi Driver at i-generate ng QR Code sa Joyride Super App. Ipascan ito sa driver para match agad. At sa Joyride Super Taxi Hatid Airport Service, wala nang hassle sa pagpunta sa airport para sa inyong flight. Pre-book a ride to the airport from 2 weeks to 24 hours prior to your departure. For inquiries, you may call Joyride Super Taxi Hatid Airport Hotline at 0920-948-6550. Thank you! 717 Deli, serving quality classic premium sandwiches. Treat yourself to a feel-good meal today. Located at 3rd floor, 53 Connecticut Street, Green Hills, San Juan. 717 Deli, keep you smiling with every bite. Thank you! Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center in Green Hills, San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, please call 0917-890-1640. Thank you! Smart, live more today. Thank you! Rudy Project Shades. Get ready and elevate your performance and style with Rudy Project. And of course, N Plus Gold. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga sponsors at mga tagapagpaguyod. Alright, at this point, it's time to bring in ang masayang Casio Bash. At ang makakasama po natin ngayon sa Casio Bash ay ang founder ng Sports on Air and writer-editor ng Hardwood Heroics. Walang iba kundi si kasamang Ernest Hernandez. Magandang umaga, Ernest.
Magandang umaga, no? Talaga Power and Play, napapagising ako ng maaga talaga. At maganda naman ang nagiging resulta.
Naku, salamat at sinamahan mo kami ngayon dahil tayo'y nag-iisa at si paring Jera ay medyo nagliliwaliw. Pero thanks for joining us, Ernest. And well, before anything else, before we go to our COB topics. Alam natin ang opening ng UAAP today and there are 2 good matches on hand. Ang debut ng Ateneo versus FEU at ng LaSalle versus Adamson. Matanong ko nga ikaw, Ernest, sino ba ang napupusuan mo dito sa mga larong ito ngayong araw na to?
As a reporter, syempre doon tayo sa actually gusto ko pa rin, Ateneo still there, no? Ateneo still there pero gusto ko makita yung FEU how they adjust after 1 year from Coach Sean Chambers.
Yeah, that's right.
This is Coach Sean Chambers, he got his feet wet That's maganda yung mga sinasabi niya na mas maganda yung mga tools niya ngayon. Gusto ko makita yan. Pero Ateneo will still be yun nga, basta may Tab Baldwin dyan. At saka syempre, they have one of the best basketball programs in the country. Sila pa rin ang team to beat there. And sa kabila naman, of course, Coach Nash Racela, ang sarap suporta ni Coach Nash, lalo na nung nasa FEU pa siya dati, ngayon nasa Adamson na. Again, he's also retooling, gusto makita yun, pero kulay berde kasi ako, boss So
mahirap magsalita ng kontra.
Tayo sa berde.
And of course, napakalakas naman talaga ng team ng LaSalle. In fact, they may be the pre-tournament favorite even over the defending champions UP dahil marami ring nawala sa UP at napakaraming naidagdag sa LaSalle, Ernest.
Yes, excited nga ako makita. Yun nga lang, bukas pa ako magko-cover, no? May iba pa yung ko-cover ko ngayon. Pero, yun nga, medyo, wild, sa UST gagawin, no?
That's right,
Yung tanong nga namin dyan, kamusta ang flood control ng UST kapag mga pagdan,
masusubukan yan dahil meron daw parating na bagyo. Nga pala, mag-ingat tayo mga kapatid, may malakas
sana naman wag tumuloy ng todo.
At hindi masira ang mga laro this weekend. Alright, well, alam na natin ang drill dito, Ernest, sa ating Casio Bash. Magbibigay kami ng 3 topics. Hatulan mo ng cash kung approve sa'yo at bash kung walang seal of approval. Bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, huwag magagalit. And of course, ang isa lamang ang opinion na mahalaga ang sa iyo. So let's begin with our first Casio Bash topic of the morning. Ito'y patungkol sa nagaganap na FIVB World Championships kung saan pinatunayan ng Alas Pilipinas na kaya nilang sumabay sa mundo. Kaya Casio Bash, sulit ang hosting ng Pilipinas ng FIVB World Championships bagamat konti ang nanonood ng ibang mga laro maliban sa Pilipinas. Go, Ernest!
2 separate separate branches yan. Cash yan para sa team natin, no? Talagang syempre nasubukan at saka maganda yung home court advantage na nakuha nila. Talagang it's a very a good experience for them that we can bank on what they performed on and make a better performance next time. Pero bash siya para sa mga fans kasi nga actually, Noli, may option ako mag-cover nito pero parang gusto ko sana maging spectator, no? Pero nung nakita ko yung presyo, 'di ba minsan gusto mo rin maging spectator na lang, ayaw mag-cover, 'di ba? Yung gano'n, no? Gusto ko maging spectator. So nung nakita ko yung presyo, parang teka lang parang ako lang yata mag-isa, wala akong magiging kasama dito. Sana binabaan lang yung ticket. So, yun nga, kung sulit, sa organizers baka hindi sulit, no? So baka, pero sana naman we can bank on this na we can build on something here kasi talagang maganda yung pinakita. Dahil lang sa isang violation, baka hindi pa tapos ang karera ng mga 'to, no? So, yun, dalawang scenarios yan. Isang cash, isang bash ang ibibigay ko.
Well, alam mo, tama yan. If in so far as the team is concerned, talaga namang napakaganda ng experience na to para sa ating volleyball program. At pinatunayan nila Brian Bagunas, Mark Espejo, and the rest of the team na talagang kaya nilang makipagsabayan, and they almost made the knockout stage kung hindi lamang dun sa gabuhok na violation. But you're right. Na-address natin to kay Presidente Tatsu Sara about the ticket prices dahil alam naman natin ganyan na nangyari doon sa World Cup ng basketball, di ba, Ernest? At medyo konti rin na nanood noon. But again, tila there is a standard that has to be kept because this is a world event.
Yes,
And unfortunately, hindi ko alam kung yung ini-expect nating mga bisita from all over the world ay hindi naging umabot do sa ating expectation. Kaya yun ang kasi when you sell this event like this, 'di ba Ernest, laging ang selling point niyan ay yung sports tourism na maidadala, na yung spending na dadalhin ng mga bisita from all over the world and including the domestic market. Pero parang even domestically, hindi again ito na market sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino sa probinsya.
In fairness naman, may mga nakita ako nanood, pero ang mga kaibigan ko mayaman nanood, pero syempre nagugulat ako, ang layo nila, parang we are watching here, pero layo na.
Malayo pa rin, oo.
Layo pa rin, sabi ko parang mayaman na to, pero hindi pa bumili ng ticket na mas malaki.
Ako naghihintay na lang ako ng mga ng mga kompli. Napakahirap kasi pagdating sa ganyang klaseng. But again, we hope that in the future hostings natin, yan na again makonsider. And that's always nasasagutan yan ng subsidy or ng sponsorship. So, let's see what will happen in the next hostings of the World Championships dito sa ating bansa. Alright, let's go to our second item of the morning. Ito'y patungkol sa isang bagay na medyo malayo sa atin, pero alam naman natin mga Pilipino mahilig sa basketball. Nanalo ang Germany ng FIBA Eurobasket at tinanghal na MVP si Dennis the Menace Schroeder na nakakuha din ng World Cup MVP sa Manila noong World Cup 2023. So, Casio Bash, sure ball ng future Hall of Famer ang German point guard. Go Ernest.
Ito actually pinag-aralan namin to. Ito yung isa sa mga topic namin this week na sa mga editors namin, itong si Dennis Schroeder, no. Yung hindi lang kasi siya sikat sa NBA. Kumbaga, he's a journeyman. Everyone knows him at everywhere he goes, he makes an impact. Nung napanood niya nga sa Detroit Pistons yan nung last playoffs, siya yung nagsa-stabilize ng against the Knicks. And yun nga lang, lumipat siya sa Kings ngayon. Parang sa NBA, he's looking for money, no? He's looking for cash, no? Pero sa Germany, he's at home. Meron siyang bahay talaga. Sabi nga ni Shaq, he's the blackest German, no? He's ever seen. Pero in terms of kung isa-stack up mo ang international resume, and maganda na may international resume na rin ang Hall of Fame, sure ball to si Dennis Schroeder. Pero sa NBA, syempre malabo yan, no? At sana nga, kumbaga ako rin minsan ina-analyze ko ba, may pag-asa ba tayo magkaroon ng isang Pinoy na Hall of Fame sa Naismith Hall of Fame? Kasi parang tinitingnan ko si Jawo dapat to no? Pero international, sana merong makonsider din, no? At pero for sure, ito si Dennis Schroeder as an international player sa Hall of Fame, dapat ipasok po ito.
I think yung FIBA Hall of Fame, parang si Kaloyata na-consider doon. But
yes,
you're very right. When I looked at the history nitong Hall of Fame ng international, yung Naismith Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame, there are 6 bago kay Dennis na former MVP ng both the World Cup at ng Eurobasket, mga kapatid. And that's the reason why ito inailagay din natin dito sa COB. Kasi relevant ito sa Pinoy. Ang mga 6 na po yan, si Sergey Belov ng Russia, alam naman natin yung pangalang yun. Yun ang nagpapanalo sa Russia kontra US sa Munich Olympics. Pero bago nun, nanalo siya ng MVP sa World Cup at sa Eurobasket. Si Pau Gasol, kilalang si Pau Gasol. Dirk Nowitzki, kilalang din yan ng Germany. Si Tony Kukoc na naging tandem ni Michael Jordan back in the 90s. And of course, si Dragan Petrovic, superstar ng Yugoslavia na naging superstar din sa NBA. But there's one person na kung yun yung pumaalala, kasama rin dyan sa 6 na yan. Si Drazen Dalipagic. Si Drazen Dalipagic, mga kaibigan, ay naging MVP ng Eurobasket at MVP ng World Cup sa Manila back in 1978. Siya po yung isa sa mga bayani ng nanalo po ang kupunan ng Yugoslavia kontra Soviet Union 82-81. At si Drazen Dalipagic po ay nasa Hall of Fame na rin. Kaya yung 6 na yon na both MVP ng World Cup at saka ng Eurobasket, kasama na ngayon si Dennis Schroeder, ay naging Hall of Famer. So I think he deserves it. I think if that is the basis, then dapat mailagay si Dennis Schroeder din sa Hall of Fame ng basketball. Alright, let's go to our third and final item of the morning. Balik tayo dito sa Pinas kung saan naglabas ang PBA ng bagong rule. Di na pwedeng mag-trade ng number 1 draft pick simula ngayong season ayon dito sa bagong PBA rule. So Casio Bash, makakaangat na ang bottom team sa liga dahil sa new rule na ito. Go, Ernest!
Ang unang tanong dyan, gaano katagal? Baka naman after one conference, pwede na i-trade, di ba? So,
2 taon daw, Dennis. Dalawang taon.
Ernest. 2 years is not enough to build around a star player. Kumbaga, di ba sa NBA, 4 years ang isang rookie contract. And nakaka-build yung mga teams doon. After the 3rd year, doon mo i-decide kung i-extend siya, kung magiging cornerstone piece. So, medyo napapayatan ako sa timeline pa rin na hindi pwedeng i-trade after 2 years. You need more time to build. Syempre, 'di ba? Yun yung akin doon. Yun yung sa akin na kailangan i-address pa. If we really want the bottom teams to build a young core, no, hindi I'm sure si Geo Chiu, PBA has a lot of talent. Hindi lang pwedeng si Geo Chiu lang and another player to do this. He needs a 2, 3, and 4 player na tutulong sa kanya para umangat ang kanyang koponan. So, hindi pa ako convinced na pwedeng umangat sa ganitong sistema yung mga yung mga bottom teams, and sana tagalan pa yung mga players sa kanilang mga koponan para naman mag-soak in sa kanila, hindi yung nag-aantay na lang sila na 2 years, baka makapunta ako sa mas magandang team. So, yun yung sa akin.
I agree with you, Ernest. I think it's not enough na yun lamang ang rule para umangat ang bottom dwellers. I think yung salary cap, for instance, dapat talagang bantayang mabuti yan para magkapantay-pantay. And of course, yung mga trades na nangyayari among related companies, I think dapat bantayan din yan para talagang magkaroon ng parity sa liga. But it's a good start. It's a good start para sa PBA na naisip nila to because talaga namang nasasayang yung mga number 1 picks na nailipat na ng mga teams. Kung tinago lahat ng terra firma yun, malamang Ernest, contender na yung terra firma. Lalo na kung meron talagang pampondo, hindi ba?
May terra firma Hall of Fame na siguro pwedeng gawin.
Maganda yun, maganda yun. Terra firma Hall of Fame. Well, Ernest, ikaw ay magiging Hall of Fame dito sa COP. Sa ganda ng mga ng usapan natin dalawa. Maraming salamat sa binigay mong oras sa amin this morning. And we look forward to more
of your items.
Thank you
so much for having me.
Maraming salamat. Okay, kaibigan, si Ernest Hernandez ang ating pong kabisita ngayong araw na to, ang mula sa Sports on Air, and of course, Hardwood Heroics. Alright, well, bago tayo magpatuloy mga kapatid, marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan in the next segment, pero silipin muna natin ang mga kaganapan this week in sports history. September 18, 2004 o 21 years ago, pinataob ni Bernard Hopkins si Oscar De La Hoya. Left hook na liver shot ang nagpatupi sa Golden Boys sa 9th round ng laban. Dahil dito na-unify ni Hopkins ang WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO at the ring middleweight belts. Ito ang unang talo ni De La Hoya via knockout at huling KO win ni Executioner bago siya magretiro noong 2016. Hopkins knocks out De La Hoya this week in sports history. And talking about boxing, meron na pong napipintong laban si Manny Pacquiao. Sabi nila gaganapin daw sa Disyembre. Abangan po natin yan. Mukhang ang napipili ay mukhang yung 147-pound champion na si Romero. Aabangan po natin yung mga balitang yan. And sana nga ay kahit papano makita natin ang ating pambansang kamao na lumaban bago siya magretiro ng tuluyan dito po sa ating bansa. Alright, at this point, ipapasok na po natin ang huli nating bisita sa ating show. Well, kagabi po nakausap natin ang napiling number 1 pick ng Season 50 PBA Draft. Isa pong, nung araw ay tinatawag na backup, pero ngayon, he is thrust into the limelight as the number 1 pick among all the rookies. At siya po ay nakasama natin sa In the Spotlight. Kausap po natin kagabi, walang iba ang bagong Terra Firma Jeep na si Geo Chiu. Ito po, kasama na natin nga si Geo Chiu, the number 1 pick ng PBA draft. Geo, good evening. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hello po, good evening. Thank you also for having me here. I'm excited.
First time on the show, and so it's really a big honor for us to have the number 1 pick overall ng Season 50. Well, first of all, nagbabasa ako ng mga interview mo, and you've said na kahit pa paano nasurpresa ka rin sa pagkakapili sa'yo as number 1 pick. Why is that so? Where did you think you were gonna go, Gio?
I mean, ako naman po, sir, entering when I submitted the draft naman, I wasn't really expecting anything. Like, we knew na medyo shallow yung pool, but for me naman, when we submitted, parang we were like, sige, wherever it takes us, ganyan. But yun nga po, nung draft day, siyempre meron po yung narinig mga rumors, yung mga speculations, yung mga mock drafts of different sports pages. But for me naman, not until your name gets called sa draft or get called by a team, di ba? Siyempre, iba pa rin po yung natawag kayo. So entering, when I went sa MOA nung draft day, siyempre medyo kinakabahan pa po of kung sino pong pipili sa akin. But yun nga po, nung tinawag po ako, siyempre medyo nagulat pa rin po. But yun, very happy naman po.
Oh. Well, it's such ilan-ilan lang naman yung mga napipiling number 1 pick overall, of course, in the past 50 years of the PBA, and ikaw ang nasa 50th anniversary pa, so it's such a milestone nga for the PBA. Being picked as number 1, Gio, do you take this as an opportunity, knowing na people think or teams think na ikaw ang isa sa pinakamagaling and maybe an opportunity for you to really make headway sa iyong career, or do you take this as a risk or even as a challenge na binigyan ka na napakalaking responsibility?
Siguro ako po, mas middle ako. Parang 50-50 on both sides. Siguro this opportunity, syempre being picked first in the PBA draft, syempre may pressure po siya, but at the same time, it's also I just want to take this opportunity to, get better also. Siguro first po siguro is when being picked first, this gives you all the confidence na you need, because there's people believing in you. There's people na the team believes in you, believes in what you're capable of. Syempre itong journey naman po natin sa PBA this upcoming season. Siyempre, this is just a start of a new chapter of my career, kumbaga. There's still so much for me to learn at the same time. So, parang sobrang good po na napunta ako sa team na, nakausap po yung coaches na, they really want to help me improve also. So, that would be, yung parang ideal situation. You get to play, and then you get to learn from your mistakes, diba? But at the same time, yung pressure to always be there naman po. Siyempre, people expect you to be the best out of the this class. Siyempre, medyo may pressure po doon. But like, at the same time naman, for me naman, like, me and my parents, my family, they always tell me naman to just enjoy it. Like, you know, like, don't add too much pressure on yourself. Because like, once you do that, then kumbaga parang it will all get in your head and you know, like, medyo mahirap po yun, magulo po yun. So, i-enjoy lang po. You know.
Kumbaga, andyan na yan and nabigyan ka na ng blessings. Ika nga, really enjoy the journey. It's a start of hopefully a very, very fruitful career para sa iyo. But of course, you're joining a team na, well, alam na natin ang history ng Terra Firma. They're still looking for their first title, obviously, and in their history in the PBA, very, very seldom sila makapasok sa playoffs, no? Mabibilang natin sa ating kamay. So, what do you think are the pros and cons of joining a team that's kumbaga building and even at certain times in limbo dahil alam naman nating may mga napabalitang muntik na sila magbenta. So, what are the pros and cons for you, Geo, sa pagpasok sa Terra Firma?
Siguro po personally, like yung one of the pros would be at least po sa team na yun, I know na makaka-help po ka na on the court. Like, I spoke with some of the players na my fellow draftees also and like a few players from the team and like I was just asking them because right now I haven't trained with the team po since I have commitments with my team.
Okay, yeah, with MPBL, that's right. Okay.
So I haven't joined the team or went to the practices yet. But you know, I was like talking to my teammates, yung mga fellow draftees ko nga po na parang there's so much room for improvement sa team po namin like in an overall wise. Kasi syempre like we're very young but like at the same time I'm with players or coaches na sanay sila they're used to winning basically. You have Coach Ron Tubit who's been part of championship teams sa PBA and then you have sila Mark Nonay like alam nila like how to win kumbaga like they played for competitive UAAP teams. I mean, like not like marami na pong mga teammates. So, kumbaga like for us siguro, this could be like an opportunity for us players and with the new coaching staff to build like a winning culture. Exciting po siya di ba? Parang
talaga.
Unfortunate lang di makasali sa team like this conference like at the start of it. But you know, yun, parang there's so much room for overall development ng individually and as a team. And kumbaga parang yung coach nga namin, Coach Ronald, he's very experienced. Like he knows how to win. He knows what's needed in order to, you know, win and have a good team. So yun, basically like got so much room for improvement. So that's the pro. On the other side, what is it? Ano yung pinakakatakutan mo or what are the disadvantages of joining a Terra Firma team? Siguro like one of the disadvantages would be siguro not having enough experienced players in our team. Like we got players who've played in PBA for 2 to 3 years maybe or max less than 5 years max, di ba? Siguro that's something na like as a young team, you'll need players in the court na experience kumaga like in our team sa MPBL sa Abra we've got veterans there who would keep us grounded at times or like like yung knowledge lang nila experience nila that would like really help a young team diba? So
and I guess that without experienced players really even for you personally yung progress mo walang makakapagturo sa iyo talaga ng todo because halos hindi naman magkakasing edad kayo pero at least nandun kayo sa same age range, you know. When you look at this lineup actually, you have a Mark Nono, you have a Luis Angalang, you have a Prince Rivero, you have Ken Marcarino also there, and of course your former teammate in Ateneo si Paul Garcia. When you look at this lineup, Sino ang most excited ka to play with?
Ooh. Siguro, that's hard Siguro I'm really looking forward to playing with Mark.
With Mark Nonoy, alright.
Mark Nonoy. Because, I seen Mark, I've been in a team with them naman previously and sila po. But siguro si Mark, he's been my opponent since high school. So, something that I really look forward to. And also si Royce Alforque, my fellow draft.
Oh, yeah.
Someone I've been playing against since high school nga, and he's a really good player. They're both great players. So, that's something to look forward to siguro.
Of course, andyan pa si Jerica Hanisi now that they've also picked him up in the lineup. Gio, there is of course, a new rule passed by the PBA na hindi na pwedeng i-trade ang number 1 draft pick starting this season, no? So that covers you as the first, first player na sakop nung rule na yon. What is your reaction to this rule in terms of, I guess, you as and your career, and I guess your ability to help this team?
Siguro po, honestly, for me naman, I don't really see anything wrong with it. Honestly, if you look at it as from me getting better, I think this will really help me, or this will be an advantage for me. Kasi syempre po, you're in a team where you'll be able to play, syempre for you to develop, you need to play And ito, meron tayong opportunity here with their firma to be able to play. For me naman, getting drafted is one thing, but staying in your team, building a culture there is something that I really want to help the team. So, hopefully with this 2 years na sure na I have with the team, sure we can build something there with my teammates. So that pinaka I'm really looking forward to
Oo. Kahit pa paano, nakakasiguro ka na meron kang tahanan and that that these are the players that you will be playing with for the next 2 years. Well, I read your resume and you have been around. You've played for the Japan B League after, of course, having a stint in the UAAP sa Ateneo and winning 2 championships there. Naglaro ka na sa Japan B League for a second division team. And of course, you're now with the MPBL. I want to ask you first, bakit hindi ka kagad nag-apply sa PBA, Gio?
Siguro po, out of when I finished my season sa UAAP, kakatapos lang rin po kasi ng draft So even if I wanted to join the draft, I couldn't kasi na-miss na po yung window for the PBA draft. So right after that, me and my family decided na, okay, let's go pro. Na this would be the best move. So, for me naman, I just wanted to have some exposure. And, very thankful lang rin po ako na parang we met the right people. Nakapaglaro po ako sa mga professional teams. When I first got out of college, I was able to play for the Taiwan Monsters and I was...
okay. Really? Wow.
I was in a team with sina Alex Cabagnot,
okay.
So, kumbaga parang being able to play with veterans agad who could really help me develop, kumbaga, diba?
That's right.
That's something na parang I was really lucky kasi syempre si Kuya Alex, for example, I've been watching him sa PBA when he was still with Petron, diba? Parang kumbaga being able to play against him and the knowledge he has sa game, given that he was able also to play sa Korea, kumbaga parang there's so much for me to learn from him. So, sobrang happy that I was able to play with teams. Diba? So, ayun po. And then,
so it was really timing lang. Timing lang talaga.
Sobrang swerte rin po nung, kung the timing, but parang, if you were to put into words, parang nag-align lahat ng stars for you parang ganyan.
Oo nga. Naging number 1 pick ka tuloy. That's true. Well, what about the NPBL? I mean, you have a commitment to play with Abra up to this season, and obviously you're doing very well in that team. Ano ang best part in playing in the NPBL, and what does it give you in terms of now that you're moving over to the PBA?
Siguro best part of playing in NPBL is you're able to represent a province or city in the Philippines. the support of the people from Abra, sobrang crazy po ng support nila. Like,
talaga.
Go to Manila Games to support our games, yung mga support ng mga government officials sa Abra, like, they would really come watch our games eh. So that's something siguro na parang nakakataba ng puso because, you know, people from Abra would watch and support our team po talaga.
Right.
That's naman the same sa Japan because when I played in Japan, like, we represent the city also eh. So, you know, being able to represent the city, that's something na very happy po na may ganung opportunity. But siguro like coming to PBA after the MPBL season, siguro ang pinaka learnings po siguro joining MPBL. Kasi syempre in MPBL, you're playing against
veterano.
Some ex-PBA players also.
That's right.
Kumbaga parang yung mga teammates ko po, like kunwari, sina Kuya Mark, sina Kuya Bats, like they're very like they're very kumbaga parang they're really helping us a lot. Like,
right,
you know,
right.
Lalo na ako, this will be my first, kung ito parang yung second year ko professionally.
Right.
Kumbaga yung teammates ko, sina Kuya Mark, like would really give me tips or like talk to me a lot of like what I can do better. So siguro coming to PBA, I won't be naman super surprised with how they play there. Kasi kumbaga parang naturuan naman ako.
Nasanay ka na rin.
Oo. Yung competition naman po sa MPBL, they're pretty competitive.
Yeah. Kasi maraming ex-pro dyan and talagang, yeah, it's good for you to have been given all of these tips. And that's why I wanted to ask you, what do you bring? Na ngayon na ikaw ay nasa PBA na, and you're now with a team that needs a big man, what do you bring to Terra Firma in the PBA? What do you bring to the table, Gio?
There's something naman na a lot of people ask of like what I could bring to the table, and I just tell people na right now, like, since medyo matangkad po tayo, like I could help the team get some rebounds, but like siguro ang pinaka-asset ko po is like just helping the team in terms of like having that IQ. Like for example, I could like help my teammates score, I could help them find an open shot or help them setting good screens, kanyan. And right now I'm like team ko sa MPBL, ito yung sigurong team that really helps me to, you know, have that mindset of looking to score. That's something that I really want to develop also, like, you know, having that offensive mindset na, you know, like score. So siguro now, like, with my few remaining games sa MPBL, something that I'm working on, and with the help of my coaches and teammates, you know, like, mas naboost po kasi yung confidence ko. Like, they just say now, Gio, like, just score. So, parang they have belief in me. So, siguro, makadala ko tong momentum na to, tong confidence ko going to PBA. Like, hopefully, I think this will really help our team.
Ang kagandahan yan talaga is because now you even have a chance to prepare for the PBA, still playing games in the MPBL. So, although medyo malilate ka ng konti dun sa, I guess, practices and drills, will you practice on both teams or hindi pa? You will not do that?
Right now po kasi, like, when I spoke with our team manager and our head coach, Coach Ronald, he mentioned na he's not requiring me to attend our practices, but if may mga free off days lang po kami. For example, if after games, kanya. But yung schedule po kasi namin sa MPBL right now, it's very tight eh. So, if may mga day offs naman po kami, I'll go naman
and practice. All right. So I want to ask you, you've always been known to be a backup, Gio. I mean, you know, in your career. Now you're going to be thrust as a number one pick, and obviously, bibigyan ka na ng playing time, no? What is the aspect of your game that you want to improve pa? And I guess the other question is, are you ready for the physicality ng PBA?
Siguro like one aspect of my game I want to work on more is probably my outside shooting.
Outside shooting, okay.
That's something na, you know, like even in the NBA, like that's been a trend. Big man shooting the ball with confidence. Siguro that's something na I've been working naman on it. But siguro like, you know, like becoming a like the past few teams I've been with, I've been playing under like a very good center, kumbaga, like what you mentioned. So like that's been also an advantage for me in a way, like preparing myself to the next stage of my career. Kasi syempre, you've been training with these guys every day, di ba? Kung parang the knowledge you get from them also, like it really helps you prepare for the next stage. But like at the same time, kumbaga parang me being able to watch them every day, kumbaga that really helps me, like okay, like I can do this, do that. But like siguro now na ako na nga yung parang I'll be starting, for example, sa team namin, siguro like this will only just help me get better kasi parang there's so much room for me to like work on my skill sets, ganyan, kumbaga, work on my confidence and all that. So kumbaga parang that would for sure help me like when I enter the PBA. And yung physicality naman po, siguro like
kaya naman.
We'll see.
Alam naman natin, bangga. Although you said nga the MPBL is also a veterans league, no? And that's medyo physical din sa MPBL. So it should be very interesting for you to adapt what you've learned into the PBA. But of course, ang iba rin ang laki ng players sa PBA. Which leads me to my final question here, Gio. Well, actually, yung huling pong tanong na yun, sinong gusto niya makatapat or anong game ang gusto niyang o inaabangan niya, yun daw laban kay Junmar Fajardo. Pero nagpapasalamat po tayo kay Geo Chiu, the number 1 pick ng rookie draft na nakuha po ng Terra Firma, and we wish him all the best sa kanyang career. Alright, bago tayo magtapos mga kapatid, i-announce ko lang po ang mga nanalo ng Joyride Top Up promo. Ngayong araw pong ito, si Angelica Ariola, Ethel Hara, Jerome Angeles, Veronica Marcos, at Jennifer Dantes. 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits para sa inyong lahat. It's an exciting weekend mga kapatid. The UAAP, yung pole vault event ni EJ Obiena, and of course yung mga lalahok sa mga kilos protesta. Again, let's make it a peaceful and responsible one. Lumabas po tayo ha. Ito po ay ating duty bilang isang mamamayan ng bansa. Hindi po dahil tayo nagpo-protesta para kahit na kanino o politika. Ito po para tumindig sa katotohanan, para sa tama at para sa kinabukasan po ng ating bansa. At yung pong kayo naman po nasa mga probinsya, mag-ingat po tayo ha. Parating na po daw si Bagyong Nando. Kaya ingat-ingat po tayo. Medyo maghanda na tayo sa malakas na mga pag-ulan. And that'll do it for us this Saturday morning. Again, nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat ng ating mga naging kasama sa show. At lagi po kami nagpapaalala sa inyong pong lahat. Tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po. Sa ngalan ni Jera Zison, ako po si Noli Yala. More power and more play.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko. Para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo. Ipag-iwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Shibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Power and Play was presented by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, love your journey. Photon, gawa ng Pilipino para sa Pilipino. And Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo.
Halina't makinig, talakayin Ibigin natin